Hi. How are you guys doing today? Hope everyone's having themselves a wonderful Monday. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you might be, and welcome. This is another one of these streams, friends. This is our second time that we are coming here live on YouTube to do one thing in particular. I know the puzzle's here, but the puzzle is secondary. I might move the puzzle depending on if it's a real pain or not. I'm going to probably just sign on top of the puzzle because I think it'll be a little bit easier that way. But the plan here today is that we are actually not going to be building a puzzle. Maybe a little bit later on, but not build a puzzle, but instead sign prints. We're going to be signing these posters that you, yes, you, have decided to purchase over on streamly.com/Shadow Temple. So much so, last time we did this, that I had to get a whole new set of posters. Posters of which did not show up on time for this stream. So I had to get another set of posters that I went and picked up just a few hours ago. And these posters right here are all set to be signed and sent off to all of you. Here's the trick. You have until we are done with this stream to order one of these posters for yourself. You can do so by going to streamly.com/shadow-temple. That is streamly.com/shadow-temple. If you go and purchase one during this stream, you will get yours sent to you very soon. Probably in just a couple of weeks, if I had to guess. Maybe 2 weeks or something like that. If you do not purchase it by the end of the stream today, the next opportunity for you to have one of these will not be until August. So any of you who might have a birthday coming up, or maybe you've got a friend's birthday coming up, or you got something of that nature, do consider potentially ordering one today. So that way you've got it locked and loaded for future times. The Streamly page also has a new feature up there, friends, where I can record a video. That's right. I can record a personalized video message for all of you out there if that is of interest to you. You just, again, go to the Streamly page and find out more that way. I'm going to post the link to Streamly in chat right now, and then we'll get underway. Let's see here. If, for whatever reason, we burn through the signings real fast today, friends, and we want more to do, we'll build some stuff. That's why oh, thank you, Cunning. I appreciate it. I will just pin your message instead. That'll work perfectly. Yeah, that chat's fine. Anyway, that is the plan for today, friends. It's a two-parter. We're gonna work on the signatures first, and then once we're done with those signatures, then we will move on to building a little bit of puzzle, a little bit of Q&A, that kind of thing. And then I will quit relatively early tonight so I can go and get ready for my later stream tonight, which will be over on Twitch, which is my usual everyday stream that I do pretty much every day over on Twitch. If you guys are Twitch fans at all, they're right on over there. Wait, a YouTube streamer that knows how YouTube streaming works? Yeah. I would love to know a little bit more. I've streamed on Twitch for 11 years. I've streamed on YouTube for approximately 4 months. So while I have some understanding of how this stuff works, still getting there on all the particular little proclivities of YouTube streaming. But I think I know enough that it works okay, if nothing else. But yeah, over on my side here, I've got another laptop that is telling me exactly what information I need to know about each of your posters that you have purchased. And so I'm going to go ahead and start signing these posters. And then again, if you want to buy one while we're doing this, you can do so. And then you'll get your posters very, very soon. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. It's a note. All my alerts are set up for Twitch instead of YouTube, but that's okay. Boy, water is nice, friends. Did you guys know that water is a really tasty and useful thing to the body? I just took Like I was gonna take a little sip there, and it was too nice, so I kept sipping, and now my water's half gone for the rest of the stream. Whoops. Let's get started. Actually, one last thing I'm gonna do. The music is just a little too loud on my end. I think it's properly balanced between myself and you guys hearing me on chat, but it's just a little loud on my end. So I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit so there's no bleed over or anything like that. I'm also gonna move everything just a little bit closer, so that way the cables aren't so stretched. Give me one sec here. Someone was saying, hey, do you want to make me to make an animation of your stuff? I mean, yeah. If you got a good idea for animation, you have my permission to use my audio and stuff, as long as you credit me for the stuff. That's usually my deal when it comes to my clips and footage and things like that. Obviously, I can't give you permission for stuff that I do as Pierce, but as myself, as Shadow Temple, sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. You're more than welcome to be transformative in the way that you use the stuff that I have for all that stuff. You're not using audio, then what kind of animation you making? At that point, you're just kind of making animation for you. Like, what do you want from me? Let's see here. You have 11 emails. You want the Pierce one? The Pierce one is pretty great. Not gonna lie. There's my sheep Pierce. My goodness. I got it. I got him right here. There's the boy. Ain't he sweet? Just gonna put him right there for now. Okay, I think we can go ahead and start getting these signed. I also wanted to waste just a little bit of time at the beginning here in order to I wanted to waste just a little bit of time so that the people who have already ordered these had a moment to get into stream and make sure that they didn't miss this. In fact, I'll probably give them another 5 minutes before we truly get signing, and then we'll get properly underway. As of the moment, we have 10 posters to sign today, which is great. Great in addition to the 77 posters that we signed in the previous stream. So this one will be a little bit more chill as of present compared to the last one, to say the least. But that being said, if you're more than welcome to purchase one as we go along, and it all helps support me, is what it comes down to. So let me just go through and get some questions rolling here. Can you get the minor demons? Yes, please. Yes. No. Hold on. I had pizza for lunch, and I'm feeling the acid kick back, and I'm trying to figure out. Yes. That's a good one. That was a true blue minor demons Pierce right there. If I ever did hear one. One less end, because you really want to get when your mom left for work. I mean, I'm going to be here probably for just about an hour and a half or so. That being said, this is not the only stream we're going to be doing of these. The next one is going to be coming up. I think I've got it slated for, I think like right now, August 28th or something to that effect is going to be the next one of these. So I'm going to try to do one once a month to kind of, especially if I have a backlog like I do right now. If for whatever reason I don't have a ton of these, I'll probably do one every other month. But while this is still fresh, I figure this is one of those things I should just keep getting more of these done. You know what I mean? What time am I going to stream on Twitch? I will be I'll be over on Twitch around 9:30 U.S. Eastern time. So currently, right now, let's call it 4 hours from now is when you'll see me over on Twitch, ready to be playing some Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Which is a very interesting French RPG. It's pretty cool. How's the filming app? How's the new video? Don't play Truth or Dare. It was fun. It was goofy. I didn't expect such a spooky game, but we had fun with it. Lucky you had Little Caesars for dinner. Heck yeah, man! I haven't had Little Caesars in a long time. Not that that's that upsetting, but The stakes of getting older, friends. I love pizza, and I love all the spicy things on a pizza, and so I got yesterday a pizza that had, 2 days ago, I got myself pizza that had like pepperoni and sausage and peppers and all the good stuff that my doctor says I shouldn't eat. My next solo is Monday, July 28th at 5 p.m. Central. Yep, that's me. That's me right now, Lindsay. Hello. Just best your fans stream. Let me know I'm live. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, but anyway, I was gonna say I had leftovers today, and it's sad when your favorite foods fight you. I guess is what I'm saying. Do I like buffalo wings? I like the Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't really like buffalo sauce, very specifically buffalo sauce very much, but I do like lots of different chickens with different flavors of sauce on them. I like honey barbecue is my go-to for a Buffalo Wild Wings. It's like right in the middle of spice, and it also is just very delicious. I love that very much. I also get the Caribbean jerk, but the Caribbean jerk hurts me. Let's see here. Can you make a Fonte impression animation of me? I don't know what that means, but have fun with it. Do I have pets? I have one. I have one mini Aussie Shepherd named Bento. He's very cute. As for the posters, birthday, as Reminder Demons poster, Kessa Zane or Corinne's Kin, Ghost one. Hope you get one. Hopefully. And yeah, again, if you missed this particular stream and you don't get a chance to get these, don't worry. We'll have more streams in the future of these signatures. You'll just be waiting a couple more weeks, if that makes sense. Let's see here. I try to keep the Minor Demons Pierce shout out lines to relatively spread out, because otherwise people just want me to speak in the Minor Demons Pierce voice the whole time, and I can't do that. I just like my voice would not last more than 20 minutes of constantly talking like that. I love the boy, but he's right at the bottom of my register there. Do you like Wingstop or Lemon Wings? I've had some Wingstop. Yeah. I still like B-dubs. Okay, here's the trick. And this is only for U.S. people, I suppose. But I like B-dubs sauces better. I like Wingstop's chicken better, if that makes sense. I've not had lemon wings, but I'd like to at some point. Like there's like a lemon, like a dry lemon spice, right? Isn't that like a big one? Any other characters I voice? For Aphmau, Pierce is kind of my big boy, right? I've done a couple other voices for her, mostly for minor characters, mainly ones that that don't have names other than Kurt from Phoenix Drop Days. But I also have done some voices for some horror games. I work with a group called Puppet Combo, and specifically a developer for them called named Jordan King, or Black Eyed Priest Games. Who we've made a couple of indie horror games together. You can catch me in I'm coming up on my third game coming up here soon. But the first one I did was the Booty Creek Cheek Freak. It's all about a killer who cuts off people's butts. Yep. Number 2 is I recorded for a couple characters for a game called Sniper Killer. You can watch people like Queso, who's done playthroughs of both of those. Yeah, I thought they were pretty good. Alongside, if you know Jay from the Cub Scouts Jay, he and I are in both of those games together, and his playthroughs of those are also pretty fun if you want to find another playthrough of them. In my third game that I've recorded with them, sorry, I'm shaking the table, so therefore I'm shaking the camera. The third one I recorded with them is coming out soon. I heard, I don't know the full details, but it could be Thursday. Thursday, at least the demo might be coming out for the game. So that's exciting. I don't know how much people are going to be swinging for it, but yeah, it's coming up on Thursday, and that's going to be pretty cool. I voiced 2 characters for that one. One that is kind of a goofy little guy at the beginning of the game, and then one character who's pretty important at the end of the game. So that was like my first, I would say, non-comedic role. That was a pretty interesting character to record. We'll see how people like it at the end. You played Sniper Killer? Yeah. I voiced Dutch in Sniper Killer, who had an accent like this and talked and said a lot of bad words while helping the player deal with various murders. That one. That was the guy who I played for Sniper Killer. Okay, I wasted enough time. I really wanted to make sure that I gave people enough time to get these who already purchased these to get a chance to get them. It seems like I've given enough time, so we're gonna go ahead and hit this one. How am I so good at voice acting? I've just done it for now several years. You just play around with your voice. You find out what it does and what it can't do, and sometimes you have fun with it. Frequently, you have fun with it. That's my vibe. Is I always want to make sure I'm having fun with the characters that I'm able to voice. Am I a unicorn? No. That's why. Why? What, you think I'm a unicorn because I set up the camera frame in such a way that you can't see the top of my head that prevents you from seeing the horn that would otherwise be on my head because I'm a unicorn? Because I'm not. I'm not a unicorn. The reports of me being a unicorn are very over-exaggerated. You and James are your favorite streamers? Fun fact, by the way. Yeah, sorry, I keep wasting time, but again, I think this is good in exchange for making sure everyone's here. Over on Twitch tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. U.S. Central, and I got to put this on my Twitch schedule, I'm going to be playing some Peak. The same game I've been posting on YouTube for the past couple of days. I'm going to be playing more Peak alongside James, Corinne, Keston the voice will be joining us, the guy who plays Zane for the first time in a while, and Michaela Laws, who is the gal who plays Half-Bow's mom, Sylvana. We're gonna play that all together on Twitch tomorrow at 5 p.m. U.S. Eastern time. Now, if you can't make it on Twitch, that's totally okay. We are going to, I'll still cut it up and throw it up on YouTube like I have in the past couple. Here's the trick, though. Here's the fun part. For those, and this is admittedly more for the core Twitch crowd than anything else. I'm working on it, and I think I got it all worked out, that I have crowd control working for this particular Peak stream. So, there's a lot of different things you can mess with in terms of Peak. Via crowd control. I got it working today. I tested it out. It was a lot of fun. I got tossed around by the Scoutmaster 37 times. It was neat. I highly recommend. If you don't know what crowd control is, you can mess with me as we play. So if all of a sudden you're like, well, it's fun that he's at the top of this mountain, but what if you slipped on a banana peel and fell halfway down the mountain? You can do that. Or do you want to revive one of our teammates? Great, you could do that. Do you want me to be able to walk like a moon man? That you could do that too. All of those things, and you can either you use coins to make the different effects happen. You'll get some free coins just for joining the stream that you can use to mess with us, and then you can either purchase more coins directly on their site, or you can use bits on Twitch to make that happen too, and that'll be a lot of fun. Mr. Crowd Control, you played Supermarket Simulator. That was the first stream you watched, and you enjoyed it, right? I assume. Otherwise, yeah, you wouldn't want to. Hopefully, you'd come back for it, yeah. So yeah, pretty much the same setup. It's very fun. Okay, let's get this thing moving. The very first one that I have to sign is somebody who I unfortunately missed last time, and I feel bad, and I felt bad, and I still feel bad. But I finally have posters. I finally can sign them for you, and now we can get this thing going. Oh, it's tasty. The tea is so good. This very first one, also, by the way, say hello to Jambuds VO, who I'll be playing with tomorrow, friends. Just saying. We are going to be signing our very first poster for Amaya Nieto. Amaya Nieto, who purchased this way back when. And now I finally get to sign this one. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Tell me how to order this without your stepdad knowing. I'm going to say, unless you've got a credit card of your very own, I don't think you're ordering one of these bad boys on your own. But hey, these are going to be around for a while. Maybe convince them for a birthday or a Christmas or something like that, or a Hanukkah or a Kwanzaa or a Festivus, whatever sort of holidays you might celebrate. Unless you're Seventh Day Advent. Anyway, just find a holiday and ask for one of these as a present, and that way you can get it going. All right, Amaya. These are fresh markers, and they write so very nice. Amaya Nieto. Yes. That's not showing up extremely well on camera, but I promise it's right there. It's definitely right there. And then signed Pierce. And then in parentheses, Shadow Temple. And a little smiley face. And there you go. So that one is going to be in the mail later this week, and it will be sent off. Once it gets back to Streamly, it'll then be sent off to Amaya Nieto via the address that was provided when you initially purchased this. So there you go. Just going to make sure it's nice and dry. A little ASMR. And then here's the other trick. To make sure that you know that this one was directly signed on here, there will be a number on the back corner of the poster. That number for this one is going to be number 67. So when you look on the back of it and you're like, well, how do I know this wasn't signed by somebody else? Somebody, for whatever reason, he didn't give it to somebody. Well, this one, I wrote 67 on the back, and that's the secret password. So there you go. One down. I think 9 to go, but hey, we got one down. Just kidding, we got another purchase, which means we're back up to 10 again. This next one is for Alyssa, who has a special instruction of me writing the word yes on it. So there you go. Ever watched Loud House? Not much of it, but I've seen it here and there. Mostly when I'm on Disney properties, and I have no choice but to watch Disney stuff, then I see it, but I don't get a chance. Hope you played Titanfall? What is that? Is that the game that, like, you're running around as a dude, and then you get inside of a robot, and then you can fight in the robot, but then the robot gets blown up, and then you go run around as a dude again? Is that Titanfall? Because I played a lot of Titanfall when the first one came out. Never played Titanfall 2, but I heard good things. Very good things. Oh, that's some good tea. Sorry. You got your own credit cards? How to use your own? Boy. If you've got your own credit card and you... See, here's the trick. I don't want people committing credit card fraud. Like, if you've got your own credit card and you don't know how to use it, you're probably going to need to ask an adult on how to use it. I'm not going to be like, oh, just type in the 12-digit number on the front and then don't forget the 3-digit secret code on the back. I'm not, I promise I'm not that kind of live streamer. I like money, but I don't like money that much. But yeah, do ask somebody. I know it's never fun to ask somebody, or your parents for something, but please try before you feel like you need to have to. Let me see here. Hold on. I got a bunch of Discord messages. I'm going to make sure I'm not missing anything important. Yeah, to note, friends, the next one of these that we're going to do, if you did miss this chance, if you can't get order one today, the next one we're going to be doing is August 18th. So that's pretty close, to be perfectly honest. I mean, we're already almost in August. So even if you can't do it today, maybe just start drafting a plan about how you're going to ask your parents to get one in the future. You know what I mean? All right. This next one is for Alyssa. I'm going to do something pretty similar on this one because they did ask for also yes. So I'm going to write in all caps because Pierce definitely writes in all caps. Alyssa. Yes. From Pierce. And this is Minor Demons Pierce, who's somewhat intelligent, so he writes all his letters forward. I'm going to assign it Shadow Temple underneath, because that's me. And a little smiley face at the bottom. And there you go. Look at that right there. And this one is number 76. Number 76 for this one right here. We had 67 before, and now this one is number 76. You might be wondering why those numbers jumped so far. It's because I ran out of Minor Demons Pierce prints during the last one of these that we did. But I still had SMP Pierce prints after that. So we had to jump away from Amaya's and then go to other people's prints because I could do more of these, but I couldn't do more of these, right? But there we go. We got 2 down. We've got 9 to go. And again, of course, if you want to pick up one of these, you're more than welcome to do so over at streamly.com. I'm trying to figure out why. I swear the link is breaking whenever you post it. Oh, there it is. I don't know what's going on. It looks good now, though. I don't know Loud House well enough to even identify the characters, unfortunately. But I have seen an episode or two, and it seems fun. Yeah, in terms of the Minor Demon Season 2, by the way, all I know is it's coming out. Past that, I know nothing beyond it, friends, other than I'm just as excited as you are that the prospect that we are getting more Minor Demons. Actually, it's something I want to do, too, here real quick, friends, because I just thought about it. Since the last time we did this, I actually did go and dig up a bunch of the stuff that people gave me at VidCon. Might be fun to show off some of this. Now, this isn't everything that I got. This isn't everything we received at VidCon in terms of fan stuff, but it is a pretty good pile of it. There's some stuff that I did lose for going from upstairs to downstairs. But let's see here. First things first, the number one thing I get at VidCon in terms of fan mail are charm bracelets. And I love them. They're adorable, they're wonderful, and I thank you all so much. But I do have a lot of them now. Here's one of them right here. You can see it says Pierce on it. Here's another one. You can see it has the letter P on it for Pierce. They're both light blue. One problem. I love these, but they are also made by mostly like 12-year-old girls, right? Which is fine. Perfectly fine. Except that they are made also for 12-year-old girl wrists. And so I feel somewhat dangerous trying to stretch this over my grown man hands sometimes for fear that I'm going to snap the poor little rubber bands that compose these. This one was fun because this one has Pierce on one side and it has Shadow Temple on the other. So that was kind of fun. That was an extra addition there that I didn't expect. Here's another one. And this one is actually for Aphmau. I think it got mixed up in my stuff. I'll have to give it to her sometime. That's an Aphmau wrist or charm bracelet. We've got another Pierce 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 charm bracelet. We've got an extremely dense Pierce charm bracelet. We've got Actually, one that really does fit over my wrist just fine, and I appreciate that with like a little extra keychain piece, which is nice. But definitely another Pierce charm bracelet. I also then have, and this is all just from this year, by the way, another Aphmau charm bracelet. I'll have to get that to her. And this one's cute. Somebody made a little, you know, those things that you like put together the beads and then you kind of iron it out. Someone made a little sheep guy, little sheep head on a keychain. So that's fun. I like that one a lot. Someone also made me a little Minecraft axolotl out of paper, which is very cute. We got lots of fan art. Look at that. Look at that guy right there. Ain't that cute? Both Pierce and the sheep right there. And some very nice, various, like, little notes and things. A perler, thank you. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. And this one's from Zoe, or The Cute Corner 2. There you go. That's a 2, so you know that one was a 2 and not a Z. Very important. Somebody handed me a bunch of the trading. A handful of people actually handed me trading cards, which I did appreciate because those are pretty nice. What else do we have here? That's a postcard that actually I stole from my hotel room. We got some various little stickers and things of various scenes from diaries and such. I got a little painted sheep here, which I think is very cute. Look at this. Look at this little guy. I mean, he's so cute. I love him. I put this in my background for sure. Somebody did this, I would call it an abstract piece of art that they gave me, which, look at that. Look at all them swirls and colors and things. There's a lot going on inside this thing, and I do like it. I think there's both a light blue and dark blue, and then it's written BFF somewhere in that tornado to maybe indicate the tumultuous friendship between Pierce and Ian. That was by Avs Blue Waves. So there you go. That's pretty fun. We'll be answering questions today here and there. Yeah. As I get distracted while trying to sign things, absolutely. Here's some art that we received here, too, of a couple of us. We each got a copy of this. It was Kim, Caitlin, Gareth, and then me straining in the background. That's fun. That's cute. We got some friends here, which I think is Mac and Pierce, and maybe an OC in the front there. So that's a fun bit of fan art right there. Let's see here. What else? These are stickers from Michaela, which I will definitely play around with later and will show on a stream with more adults. Let's see here. And, oh, look at this. Look at the wonderful, I appreciate this is laminated. It makes my life a lot easier here when someone's laminated like this. You can see here a whole bunch of us hanging out together and having a fun time. Very cute. By Arlo. Thank you, Arlo. And a nice note on the back. No, you like pranking Aphmau? Is it your role or do you do it for fun? I'm just wondering that. Why did you want to blow people up? Because I really like how you name your sheep. I think it's cute. I can't wait to meet you at VidCon. Have a happy VidCon to Pierce. That's very nice. Very beautiful. So yeah, little I just saw a pile of it on my back wall or like back shelf there, and I thought it'd be fun to show that off. Oh, and somebody made me a stuffed sheep in the form of taking some paper, filling it with cotton balls, and then putting a sheep on the front, which it is fun to squeeze, can I say. It's just like this tiny little sheep pillow. It's pretty cute. This is for Pierce, a blue sheep, because you like sheeps from Ember. Enjoy. There you go. I'll put that right here. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's keep things moving here, friends. Someone wanted to see this guy real quick, though. Here he is. Here, look, he's pretty big. He's a big fellow, the sheep Pierce, ain't he? I love him a lot. Okay, next one. This one is an SMP Pierce poster that I'm going to sign here in just a second for Kaylee. Give me 1 second here. There are no notes for this one, so I'll just kind of give it my standard play out here. I'm going to sign it on the sheep butt over here. Let's see here. Hi, Kaylee. Sheep are good. Pierce. There's just some, I don't know why I enjoy it so much. I just love the idea of just being like, hey, just so you know, sheep are good. I want you to know that. And do not laughs in minigames. Do you have specific lines or told what to do? Not particularly, no. We come up with our own goofs and gags. Sometimes, you have to kind of prep. Sometimes you have to kind of prep things in advance so you can kind of do fun stuff, right? Because you have to get the assets into Minecraft and stuff like that. But generally, yeah, we have our own fun. When are we gonna? The puzzle is not a focus today, but I do want to get it done at some point, obviously. So yeah, no, we'll get there at some point. If you place an order, can we put a short quote from an AFMAL video as an extra thing? I think if you pick up the slightly more expensive one, you can get you can put in whatever you want, and I will sign it, obviously within reason. Don't put something there that your grandma would disapprove of. But yes, you can get it customized however you want. In that case, you just put it in the special instructions section. Are they merch of Minor Demons? There's a poster, I think, over on afmeow.com right now. You can still check it out. Do I still play with AFMAW? I mean, I was in today's video, yeah? I was in today's video. Speaking of which, I saw it on Twitter today. But I have no information about it. Did you know we're starting to put out AFMAW videos in other languages? I saw some clips of like one in Spanish and one in Japanese, which was like, whoa. I have no information about it. I just saw it on Twitter. I assume it's official and not just a fan dub, but it might be a fan dub, in which case it's very good. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish signing this one for Kaylee. I do need to put the Shadow Temple at the bottom here. And a little smiley face at the end. There we go. Make sure it's nice and dry. And then we're going to go ahead and sign it in the corner. Or not sign it in the corner. We're going to mark it in the corner. 77. That way we know that then when you saw this signed, Kaylee, you knew it was yours right there because it was number 77. Signed on the stream. If you're going to VidCon, what did you think about a crocheted blue sheep plush? I love it. I love crochet. Marissa, my wife, is an active crocheter. She might even be crocheting something right now. And if not, she's probably knitting something. How long does it take to voice Pierce an average video? It takes us a couple hours to usually get through those videos. It's fun, but it takes work. Have you guys started working on My Demon Season 2 yet? I assume that there are people in the company who have. I have not been involved yet. But usually that's not a surprise. Usually when it comes to stuff like that for AFMAW stuff, that the voiceover stuff is usually the last to hit because they want they want time to maybe change lines and things like that up until the last second. So yeah, no, we're kind of clued in at last, but it'll hit at some point, and I'm sure things are being written and all that in the meantime. On to the next one, friends. We have ourselves another Minor Demons poster that we're going to be signing. And again, you can pick these up over on the Streamly page. Do check it out, friends. It's very easy. Just go click on it. Just go click on it and pick one up for yourself today. All the proceeds from these signed posters go straight to me and my wife eating more tacos. So if you like people eating tacos, maybe go check it out. I like tacos. Do you like tacos? Put a 1 in chat if you like a good taco. All right, this one is going out to Mars with no special instructions, so I'll give the old yes, Rooney. Mars. Yes. From Pierce. aka Shadow Temple. And a little smiley. Supporting the Taco Fund, yeah. I will keep saying it if people keep ordering these. You get one yes per Minor Demons poster. Just saying. How long I'm going to go live for? Until I run out of time. Until I run out of posters, really. So you guys can extend the stream by continuing to purchase these. And that one is number 78 for our list here today. On the page too, friends, in addition to my own individual posters here, we also have a couple, or one poster for sure, and I think more posters coming up soon, of a poster you can get signed by the whole crew. Not all the whole crew, actually, but a large chunk of the crew. That you can check out. It's a little pricey because what we have to do is one person has to receive it, they sign it, and then they send it to the next person, and then they sign it, and then they send it to the next person, they sign it, and yada, yada, yada. And it takes a while to get around the U.S., and then it gets to you. You can check those out. But if you like that design, but you just want one of us to sign it, you can get that too. I don't have any of those prints on hand right now, but they are available for purchase, and then we'll get those up for the next set for what it is worth. So yeah, it is a game of telephone for those, which is why we get ourselves into trouble. When's the next time you go to VidCon? The next time VidCon happens, which is June next year? June, and then I don't have to, this is something that is public, so I think I could say it out loud. It sounds like Jason and Jess went to San Diego Comic-Con this year. And the reason why I say that is Jason himself put out a tweet today saying that that he went to go scope it out, and he liked it enough. And if things work out, we could be going to San Diego Comic-Con next year, which would be a heck of a run. Would be a lot of fun. And I think a little bit cheaper than going to Anaheim, like a tiny bit. I don't think it's way cheaper, but I think it's a little bit cheaper at least. And San Diego's a great city. I've gone to San Diego several times for TwitchCon in the years past, which is like the best San Diego, or the best TwitchCon. TwitchCon at San Diego has always been good because San Diego's built for convention traffic. Very fun convention, I think. It'd be a little bit more. It would be pretty wild. But Anaheim has the Disney parks. Yep, and it's true. And when it comes to VidCon, I always recommend to people, if you're going to VidCon, go to Disney too, because if you're gonna travel down there, you might as well make it a whole trip, right? But yeah, it sounds like there's talks that we might be trying to do more conventions in the future, friends, which I think is necessary, because we had such ridiculous lines at VidCon because all of you just like us too dang much. How dare you? I'm talking about you. Yeah, you like us too much. How dare you? So now you're going to make us go and say hello to people and be beloved by other people across the country and not just necessarily in Anaheim. I can't believe you've been too nice to us for too long. Anyway. Let's continue on. We got ourselves Mars all signed up. No orders matching criteria. Let me reload, because I'm pretty sure I got some more. I see. I see because I did the thing that I made a mistake of last time. But honestly, to stretch out for the stream, I'm just gonna sign these live anyway. Don't tell my rep Lindsay that I'm gonna sign these live. This isn't for what it's worth. There are two price points on Streamly. The more expensive one guarantees that you're gonna be seeing them signed live. The other one's not so much. But I've got some time now. I might as well. But this is me doing it because I'm nice and not necessarily because I have to. So I will sign these live for these, and then we'll just, if you guys don't tell anybody, I won't tell anyone. All right, let's keep things moving. We got ourselves another Minor Demons poster. Happy birthday, Fiona. Let's do it. Someone was asking where am I from. I'm not going to give you specifics, but I'm from Wisconsin. And it is presently right now almost 6 o'clock p.m. my time. What's my favorite drink? Tea. I love tea so much. What's my favorite fast food place? Probably Taco Bell, even though it's definitely not the best. Locally, it's definitely got to be Culver's. Culver's is definitely like my go-to. I love Culver's so much. Oh, so you just got the email? You glad you caught the stream of the starting of the... Yeah, hold on. I'll bring it back here just so you can see it. There it is. There's Mars' signed poster for Minor Demons right there with the yes right there. So, good stuff. Good stuff right there. So my favorite character is not Pierce. I really like Kim. I like a good loose cannon character. I think I've said it many times before, but my favorite like sort of cue I think about when it comes to Kim is the idea of her saying, I'm not going back to jail. It's so loaded, and it really informs a lot about the character in a way that you don't have to. Sometimes you don't have to have a lot of backstory. Sometimes you just got to say, look, man, I'm not going back to jail. Are you still in the Half Mile YouTube video? Well, I was in today's video. Pierce was in today's video. I don't know why people are always like, are you dead now? Was this the last time you were ever in Half Mile? I was in today's video. I think, at least. Pretty sure. Unless they cut me out. How was my vacation? It was very good. Thank you for asking. This one is for Fiona. It's my favorite color, blue. Yeah, I like a turquoisey. I like a light blue, but kind of like I also like a blue green, like sea foam kind of thing. Admittedly, I also like Kim's color, so it's kind of 2 for 2 there. Make it nice and big. Happy birthday. Happy birth, Fiona. Yes. Pierce. There we go. Happy birthday, Fiona. Yes, Pierce. If you voice any main characters in the SMP server, who would you voice if not Pierce? Again, probably Kim, even though I can't actually do a good Kim impression. We all have our own impressions of different characters. My Kim impression's not extremely good. Anytime like Kim's coming up and I'm like, Half-Mouth, Mama's gotta get it. Mama needs herself a new set of diamonds. Kimmy Kim, Kimberlyn. That's my Kim impression. I hope you like it. If you like it, consider purchasing a Shadow Temple Pierce poster right now on Streamly.com. And then I will be happy and the stream will go longer. Let's see here. This one is number 70. Yeah, this one's number 7070. What's your favorite Minor Demon line that isn't yes? Excuse you. The one that I remember the most still is, We are taking Ava to the park so she can get the vitamin D. What states have I been to? From north to south, Alaska, California, Washington State, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, Nevada. No, I mean, Nevada, yes, but Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, there are a lot of little states on the eastern seaboard. I always try to remember which ones I've been there. Maryland, Washington, D.C., which is not a state, but it's also not a state. South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Colorado for sure, Georgia, Florida. I think that about does it. I don't think there are any other ones that I've been to. It's about right. That's pretty good. All right. Let's see. I already did Fiona's. On to number 71. Get it right. Have a sheep-tastic day and yes. Sure. Yes. Have a sheep-tastic feels so weird to write. Sheep-tastic day. Pierce. And then parentheses, Shadow Temple. I saw somebody was asking, is Shadow Temple my real name? And the answer is, as far as the internet knows, no. But it might as well be for the purposes of the internet. Just one of those things where, you come up with a name for yourself on the internet back when you're like 10, and it sticks with you for the rest of your days. My real name is not that hard to find, but keeping it at least sort of hard to find makes it so that people aren't immediately always finding my real name. You have all the clues. And there goes number 71, ready to go. That was for Mika. I guess I could write Mika. Mika. Name 5 reasons why I love sheep, please, Shadow. There's an improv game out there called 4 Things, where you just have to come up with them off the top of your head. I'm going to do it right now. You ready? 5 reasons I love sheep. 1, they're incredibly soft. 2, they provide a great source of wool, which can be used for many soft things. 3, they make little bah sounds, which are way better than like pig sounds, which apparently are extremely loud, even though I've never dealt with them, but they seem good. Number 4, they provide wool without necessarily being mean like alpacas and llamas are. Apparently very mean, very cross. And number 5, look at them. Look at them. Look at them right there. That's all you need to know. I was going to say mutton, but honestly, personally, I don't like mutton very much. It's kind of gamey. I'd rather have the sheep. Actually, you know what? Number 5, I changed my mind. Good cheese. Have you ever had sheep's cheese? They actually make very good cheese. Just going to say sheep's milk is pretty good for cheesing. And I should know, I'm a Wisconsin boy. The system was like, excuse me, sir, I couldn't help but notice that you are not using the signing system. But the signing system isn't putting up all of them there. Can you really blame an alpaca? Honestly, all, shepherd animals should be like, how dare you? But in terms of interaction, like sometimes you gotta have a polite animal. Search results for your real name just skyrocketing. Yeah. And then fan art for me. Well, thank you. How many Half-Bound plushie toys do I have? I have somewhere around 30 at this point. I got a lot of them, and it's fun. I don't actively seek them out much anymore, but I have them, and I like having them. Okay. Let's see here. What else we got? This one is for Natalie. It says, can you write yes in all caps? Yeah, I can do that. Natalie. Yes. From Pierce. Shadow Temple. When I was coming back from our vacation a couple of weeks ago, I was watching a movie called Galaxy Quest, which, if you guys haven't seen that movie before, is this like comedy where they're making fun of like the cast of like Star Trek pretty much afterwards, and like having to go to nerd conventions and things like that. And Alan Rickman, the actor who plays Snape in the Harry Potter movies, plays this like alien character who has this catchphrase that everyone loves to death, but he hates with an undying passion. And if it were up to him, he would never say it ever again. It's like, by Grabthar's hammer, I will avenge you. And I was thinking about that as I was watching it, how nice it is that I just have the word yes for my iconic catchphrase. That I just have to say yes and be done with it. This one is number 69, friends. Number 69. For Natalie. And it is ready to go. Onwards and upwards. What is funny in AFMAU's videos? I hope many things, if I can help it. How do you send stuff like fan art, something else? Digitally, you can send it via social media. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube. Just tag me with Shadow Temple. If you want to send me things physically, I do have a P.O. box. I keep the address kind of locked away just by going on Discord. I have a Discord server. It is in the announcements page. If you hit the pin thing in the announcements, you can find a P.O. box that you can send stuff to if you want. But I try not to put it just out there in the world because I don't need people just sending me random stuff because they found a random address on the internet. But yeah, you can go find it there. If you do not have a Discord server, you can send me an email and I'll send it to you. The email address is contact@shadowtemple.com, but no underscore on shadowtemple.com. It is just SHADOTEMPLE.com. Ever got mad at a line from AFMAU? No, not really. It's not my job to get mad at lines. It's my job to say them. How do you join the Discord server? If someone wouldn't mind tossing the invite link out there, it would help me a lot. All right, friends, we're down to 4 prints. If anybody still wants to pick up one of these posters before the end of the stream, you've only got 4 more signatures to do so before we'll be calling it for the night. Again, this is not my only stream I'm doing tonight. I'm going to be doing another stream over on my Twitch channel. But yeah. Am I more known for being from AFMAU or for my channel? I mean, AFMAU, let's be honest. I've been streaming on Twitch for 11 years. I have myself a pretty core viewership there that have been around well before I joined AFMAU. But that's small potatoes compared to AFMAU's, 23 million subscribers? So, yeah, you know. That was my first voice acting job. If you want to call it voice acting, I did play-by-play radio for college football for a little bit. Real small college football team, but yeah, I was on the airwaves, calling out various plays for the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. And then I got like a couple of years later, I got a radio gig for or like radio commercial for a hospital in Colorado somewhere. And then AFMAU was definitely the big one. My most hated AFMAU line. You have to understand that I don't, if I don't like something, I don't really hold on to it in my brain. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like keeping things in my brain, if that makes sense. If I don't like something, I toss it out. It's just gone. If you have a line you think I hated, let me know, but there's not really anything that I like despise. Is it Zane's job? It's not Keston's job to be mad at lines that Zane's saying. It's his job to be mad while he's saying those lines. Or at least sound like he's mad while he's saying those lines, because that's acting, if you will. Or in the case of the S&P videos, I should clarify, being mad at us for messing with him, if that makes sense. But, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, My Street and Minor Demons and stuff like that, it's acting, friends. Same thing with the S&P, but S&P is more off the cuff. We filmed separately from the cast or together? Well, we filmed together remotely. Over on we have a Discord server that we do everything from. No, you can't join. But it is, yeah, that's when we're doing the everyday videos. We hop on that there server together, and we do it all via that. We live all over the U.S. though. We're not together for that stuff. Let's see here. Sarah wants me to add my favorite sheep name. I'm going to say, hi, Sarah. Spelled the way I expect. My favorite sheep name is Gregorio. Gregorio. It's just powerful. Anytime I'm sitting around trying to come up with sheep names for my sheep, I always try to tap like soap opera kind of names. I could always imagine like, oh, you didn't expect my twin brother Gregorio? And then he appears from a closet and he's like, it is I, Gregorio. Oh. And that's signed Pierce. Hello, two sheeps. Don't go to the basement. Did you ever actually get mad at someone at something they did in a video? No. You know, when it comes to... What's the way to put this? When it comes to improv comedy and things like that, you have to play with people in this space. If you're getting actually mad at other people for doing things in the space, then you are no longer playing in the space. You're just mad. And that doesn't make good video. So no, you know, I'm a professional. Unless someone is actively trying to like ruin a video, which it doesn't happen, because we're all working hard to make a video and then we can go home. Like it's just not a problem. It's not a thing that we have to deal with. I labeled that one already. There you go, Sarah. My favorite sheep is Gregorio. And that's number 72. Am I ever going to go to the Infinite Farm server, the Infinite Farm? Probably not. But I might try to make a new Infinite Farm on the Shadow Temple community Minecraft server we have. Did you guys know? Did you guys know? We got our very own Minecraft server just for all of you in the Shadow Temple space. If you're interested in joining, you're more than welcome to. It is for Patreon patrons, $10 or higher. It is a Java Minecraft server, mind you. You do have to play on a computer or a Steam Deck if you're fancy like that. Can you tell us what your favorite thing to do in game in real life? In game, probably my favorite thing to do is mine. I know that sounds trite, but I really do like mining, getting the little, dopamine hits whenever you find like diamonds out in there. And then like hitting like an abandoned mine shaft or something. And you're like, oh, where does this go? What happened here? Even though you know it's procedurally generated, it still hits, man. Or when you find like a good glow cave. Oh, it's so good. Oh, the lush caves. It's so nice. Favorite thing to do in real life, though, is ski. I love skiing. Have I ever played Minecraft for fun? Before 2019, I did. That sounds maybe depressing, but it's just that I play so much Minecraft now. I pretty much exclusively play it for videos and things, as opposed to, trying to do it for other stuff. But yeah. Do I prefer a cat or a dog? I mean, I got a dog right now. I do like cats, but dogs, dogs are more connected to you. Cats tolerate you. Dogs want you. All right, down to 3 more posters, friends, but you can make it 4 or even more. Check out that Streamly link and get more prints printed, or prints taken, prints running. Get the posters at streamly.com/Shadow Temple, like you see in chat right there. It's also linked at the top of the chat as well, at that little pinned message there. But I started playing Minecraft back in like 2009. So I've played a lot of Minecraft for fun before I started making videos from it. Any new Meows merch coming out for any new seasons? I don't have information about that, unfortunately. I'm not on the merch side of things, but I have to imagine that people like buying things, and we'd probably want to sell things to them because they want to buy things. Katie wants to do a Minor Demons poster and wants a sheep drawn on it. Sure. First off, Katie. And then I'm going to draw a little sheep. It's not my best sheep yet. I'm going to just say that out loud right now. The face could have been a little bit bigger, I think. And I'm just going to draw a little feetsies on the bottom here. And then a little yes at the bottom there. And then Pierce. And then in parentheses, Shadow Temple. And then a little smiley. Do I enjoy voice acting? I do. Do I like hamsters? I haven't interacted with the hamsters very much, if I have to be honest. Ever fell asleep or got tired filming? I've never fallen asleep filming. I have gotten tired filming, though. Back when we were doing those movie videos, like we were doing like videos that are almost like an hour long. Some of those were long recordings, man. Let me tell you what. We had fun, but man, those are toughies. There we go. We got another one done. Down to 2 prints left, friends. You are running out of time to pick up one if you want. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until August 18th for your next availability to get these signed. But, that's not a big deal. That's only a couple weeks away if you still want to pick one up. You just won't get it, like, soon. You might get yours. If you don't get it tonight, you probably won't get it until maybe end of August, if I had to guess. If you get it tonight, you'll get it mid-August. So, there's a win. Look beautiful when you're drawing a sheep from Minecraft. Well, thank you. Who do you hang out with from AFMA outside of filming? Nobody. And it's not because I don't want to. I'd love to hang out with everybody more often. But I live in Wisconsin. Some people, no one else lives in Wisconsin. I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna dox people's locations. But I think the nearest person car-wise to me lives probably, I think it's like 5 hours away at the closest, maybe 6. And so the opportunities to hang out together, pretty slim for the most part. Again, not that we don't want to, just that we'd have to put a lot of effort and money into hanging out together, and that would be tough. Literally, it's Keston. Keston I've hung out with the most because he is one of the closest to me, and we like riding roller coasters together, so we do that from time to time. All right, let's see here. We've got Joaquina. Joaquina wants a Minor Demons poster. Let's get that thing signed. Make sure I'm spelling it correctly, because I don't think I've ever spelled Joaquina before. There we go. Almost spelled it as quinoa. From Scream, though. I'll say, when it comes to stuff like that, if you want to do voice acting, fantastic. Great. I want you to do it. But I do not want you to focus on necessarily your ability to do impressions, if that makes sense. You can work out, you can build off of other people's voices to kind of understand what your voice is capable of. But if you do want to get into voice acting, my biggest advice for you is figure out what you can do that is uniquely you. If they want, your best, if they want someone who can do their best Stitch impression, for example, they'll just hire the guy who did the Stitch voice. You know what I mean? Try to find something that's yours. What can you do that makes you unique and entirely you? S&P Pierce would get a tattoo of a sheep, absolutely. And then as soon as he gets touched by the needle, he'd start crying. My favorite cartoon? A lot of my humor is built off of SpongeBob. I have to give credit to SpongeBob first and foremost. The one that is lived in my head more recently, though, still is Centaur World. I'm trying to think of a more recent animation that I liked Owl House. Gravity Falls was fun. Try to watch, think of the ones I've watched in the past 5 years. Steven Universe is fantastic. I do love Steven Universe. But yeah. I will not stream while watching K-pop Demon Hunters, even though I've heard it's a very good show. It's more just I don't want to steal people's shows and put them on the internet. That's stealing. Let's see here. Zima, actually my best friend. My best friend is upstairs. She's pretty cool. I kind of have a crush on her, actually. I hope she's okay with that. Her name's Marissa, and she's my wife. Am I going to have another live stream soon for here on YouTube? I don't think I'll probably have one for the next 2 weeks, if I had to guess. I'm just a little bit of a busy boy. But on Twitch, I'm going to be streaming a lot. I'm streaming tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to play some Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming with a bunch of members of the AFMAO crew. We're going to be playing some Peak together over on Twitch. That'll be starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then afterwards, we're going to be playing some Wander Stop. So that's going to be a long day of streaming on tomorrow. Wednesday, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. Thursday, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. And Friday, also streaming on Twitch. Long story short, lots of streaming on Twitch. Let's see here. Joaquina. No special signings, so I'm just going to put a good old-fashioned yes. From Pierce. Last chance, by the way, friends, to pick up one of these here today if you want. I'm down to just 2 posters left, and once I'm done, I'm done. I tried to stretch out the time a little bit so we had a little extra time to hang out. And I think I successfully did that. We've spent over an hour here. Which means I feel confident in ending this stream relatively soon. Yeah, it's just that Twitch is absolutely my go-to live streaming place. YouTube's fine, and I love it, and I love hanging out with you guys. But Twitch is where I go and do my serious streams. And to that end, by the way, I should mention, with the expectation for Twitch, while I'm Mr. Aphmau stuff here on YouTube, and I'm happy to chat with you guys about it and do all that stuff, Twitch, I tend to focus more on not Aphmau, if that makes sense. Like literally anything else. And it's not that I don't love Aphmau stuff. It's just the people over on Twitch expect to be able to do things without necessarily having Minecraft involved the whole time, if that makes sense. So if you're somebody who's like, oh man, I like this I like this Shadow Temple guy. I wish I could see him do stuff other than Aphmau things. Twitch is absolutely the place to be there. It is my baby outside of Aphmau related things. Again, I've had that channel for 11 years, and I streamed pretty much every night on it for those 11 years. Whereas YouTube, that one's a little bit newer for me in terms of me actually using it. And I know that this is mainly where Aphmau fans will find me because they watch Aphmau on YouTube, so it's standard reason that they would also find this on YouTube. But yeah, I've been streaming on Twitch far longer. And I love it. I love it to death. Is it super popular for me? No. But I get to do whatever I want, and that's fantastic. I get to play very strange little indie games and stuff like that. I get to have long conversations about Burnout, like we did last night. That was very fun, and I'm sure bored some people quite a bit. Ooh, we got some more prints. Hold on. But we got ourselves next another S&P Pierce print. So I'm going to go ahead and sign that. This one is for Memphis Benincosa. Assuming I'm pronouncing that correctly. Do I have a Roblox? I don't have a non... I need to make a new Roblox account because the Roblox account that I otherwise have is dedicated exclusively to Aphmau recordings. I'd have to make a new one. We played Minecraft on Saturday on the Twitch channel. And we still spent 2 hours talking about Persona instead of Minecraft. Crew members to stream on both platforms. They have to watch on here to avoid ads, but chat on Twitch. Interesting. I will say at the very least on my Twitch channel, I only run pre-rolls on Twitch, which means that once you go on, once you go to my channel, you'll watch the ad initially, and then you will not see another ad for the entire rest of the time that you watch me on Twitch. Just to be clear. But if you have YouTube Premium here, hey, you know, anything goes. Like with your dog, very nice, very cute. Can you do any SpongeBob impressions? Oh boy, yeah, I can. I was like, no, that's cringe. And it's like, no, but Shadow, you really, you do a lot of impressions of various SpongeBob characters. It's like, yeah, you do. Come on, don't lie. 1 second. I'm just going to write Memphis because Benincosa, even though it's an awesome last name, I think is just too big for an autograph. So I'm just going to write Memphis. But let the record show that Benincosa is a very cool last name. Memphis, I just want you to know, sheep are good. That's from Pierce. AKA. I don't know why I signed it up here. Usually I sign it on the sheep bud. And another smiley face. Let's see here. I was trying to think through that. I would be like, Squidward? Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. I got to work on my Mr. Krabs, but I'd like to be able to pull off a Mr. Krabs someday. Because this is a good one. It's a good voice. I like it. There's a I'm trying to remember. There's another thing that the same actor did. I think it was in a video game somewhere. that the voice for Mr. Krabs did, and everyone's like, "Oh, cool, Mr. Krabs is in this game." I feel you though, Marzipan. I also have ads, or I also have YouTube Premium because I'm not a fan of ads. I also have Twitch Turbo, which is the premium version of, which is the YouTube Premium equivalent over on Twitch. So I don't watch ads on anybody. That's how much I understand and also share a dislike of ads. There we go. All right, that one was number 75, and that one is sent off and done. We got 2 more left, friends. Again, once I'm out of prints, I'm finishing the stream. So you want more stream? Buy more prints. You thought those impressions were good? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Money, 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 money. Character voice on App since you voiced some side characters. I mean, Pierce is definitely up there. I had a lot of fun. I don't know if people remember this or not, but I actually did an episode where I voiced Gene. Alejandro was not available that day, and so I like stood in for him. I thought I was just kind of doing like a tent thing, and then they're like, "Hey, we couldn't find anyone else. Can we just use your temp audio?" And so for a single video, I was Gene. It was like the vampire video, I want to say. Thank you for all the Twitch follows, by the way, friends. Can I write don't go in the basement? In all caps, sure. I can do that for you. Why not? I'll put it on the sheet, but like I usually do. Hi. It's Levi Kit. Just want to get that right. Did I watch Everything Wrong with Season 6 video? I've not yet watched, but yeah. I'd like to. I'd like to at some point. Thank you, Lindsay. 10 years of listening to the same, 6 characters will do that to you. Let's see here. Hi, it's Levi Kit. Don't go in the basement. Frowny face. That's a reference to an old video we recorded 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. I was voicing Gene, by the way. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thought Gene sounded different. That was you? Yeah. And that's not like an inner show secret or anything like that. I'm listed in the credits for that one as a temporary voice for Gene. Because sometimes voice actors get busy, And in those cases, sometimes videos got to go out even if they're not available. In which case, then there have to be contingencies. And I was the contingency for that one. And there we go. We got ourselves... It's Levi Kit number 79 for all of you friends out there. Good stuff. And we got 1 print left according to my my system here. Number 80 is actually a Shadow Temple logo. The mysterious 3rd print that you can get, if you want. What was in the basement? It was this bit where we were doing a series of videos called Adopted by Blank. And little baby Aphmau got adopted by ghosts for that video. And I think it was Casey, Pierce, and Ian who had like brought her into their like ghost mansion. And there was like evil, we had like evil machines in the basement that were like turning people to ghosts or keeping ghosts alive or some such. I don't remember. But we're all like we knew that. So we were like, oh, it's time for the new kid to go to bed. All right, have yourself a good night. This is your lovely bedroom. And she's like, wow, I've never had a bedroom before. And we're like, yeah, isn't it great? All right, just make sure there's just one rule we got. Don't go in the basement. Never go in the basement. Just whatever you do not go into the basement. And she's like, okay. And we're like, all right, bye. Don't go in the basement. And then we leave. And then I like pop out of the ground and I'm like, hey, you sleep yet? Don't go in the basement. And then I pop back in because I'm a ghost. And then the most iconic bit of that scene is Ian then flying across in the background going, basement. It's powerful. It's the very first short on the AFMAU channel, actually, if you go to her shorts and you scroll all the way down to the bottom. Absolutely love Alejandro's voice for Gene, so it's fun to see those stand lines. Yeah. Stand-in. It was the vampire video I think in 2025 here. I think it was maybe like February or March that we recorded that one. You would recommend checking it out. Favorite video to record ever? Oh boy, I don't know. I'll say the movie videos are frequently a fun one of my favorites. Because it is a really creative video and it's like really fun to see and we get to do some goofy things. Like the one that the romantic videos that we did. And Pierce did a video where he had to go to war, but he also had a girlfriend, and the girlfriend was just very obviously Sydney Sweeney, just like a cutout of Sydney Sweeney. In this like 2D presentation video. And he also does a backflip and kicks a tank using a plane. You know, that kind of stuff. All right. Azrael picked this one up and said, favorite thing when we met. And favorite quote from the T game. Ooh, boy. I might have to look that up. Hold on. Let's see here. I need some Dirk Warhard quotes. Stat. I need some Dirk Warhard quotes. Stat. Thankfully, Polygon posted the entirety of the first book. In a whole thing here. Sorry, we're playing a silly game on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. It's not entirely silly. It has a lot to do with finding yourself burnt out by the world or by your job or things like that and having to pick yourself up and figure out what happens like next in your life and things. But for some reason, amidst this pretty heavy game, there is a delightful series of books in the game called the Dirk Warhard series, which is about this man who's a hard-nosed detective, soldier kind of man who goes around solving crimes by shooting things. And his name is Dirk Warhard. This is literally... I'm just going to read this real quick. And actually, I'm thinking about recording this for a short at some point because I think it's very funny. As he stepped out of the limo, the sun shone brightly into his eyes. Dirk Warhard hated the sun more than he hated anything in the world. He had been told many times to stop looking directly into the sun, but to turn his back on an enemy was cowardice he could never forgive. Pulsing with rage from the Dirk Warhard undercover method, Dirk Warhard pulled a pistol from the tuxedo jacket and fired 10 rounds directly into the heart of the sun. Case closed. It's so good. It's just, it's tasty as heck. Are we gonna do more Peak? Yeah, literally tomorrow. 5 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be playing more Peak with myself, Corinne, and James, like we have been doing, and then Keston's gonna join us as well, along with Michaela. So that'll be for all you Aphmau fans. Kim, Rise, Keston, or Kim, Rise, Zane, and Silvana. So there you go. Just like the idea of a man, he's just upset, so he shot the sun because it was too bright. Case closed. Anyway, let's see here. I need to get back to my page of Streamly things, of course. Favorite thing from when we met. Hi, Azrael. So I actually had the pleasure of meeting Azrael here in Milwaukee a couple of months ago. Hi, Azrael. It was lovely meeting you and your mom for hot chocolate /tea. They just happened to be in town for a convention, and Marissa and I were downtown for a symphony, and we were like, hey, we'll meet up. Met at my favorite downtown coffee shop, and we had a wonderful time. Favorite food? Tacos. Love tacos. Tacos. I wish I remembered more lines from Wanderstop, because there are great lines and meaningful lines and powerful lines in it, but also then there's Dirk Warhard, so I'm going to put a Dirk Warhard line. Let's see here. Dirk Warhard fired a warning gunshot at his feet just to scare him. A hush fell over the entire party, but Dirk Warhard coolly holstered his pistol and said, "Saw some asbestos." The partygoers all nodded in appreciation, and a few began applauding. It's just so good. I think it'll have to be the part where Dirk Warhard shoots a president, not our president in this current moment, just to be clear, but a president. And the president is perfectly fine with that. Here it is. There would always be another president, but there would never be another Dirk Warhard. There would always be another president, but there would never be another. This is definitely the most I've ever written on one of these. Dirk. Warhard. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm assigned Shadow Temple at the top because I ran out of space below. And there we go. You got yourself a whole paragraph at the bottom there, Azrael. No. Understand, Azrael. I'm saying I chose too long of a quote. That's what I did. That's my problem. Not your problem. That's my problem. And it'll look good because it's got that nice silver on the bottom there. Look at that. That looks beautiful. And I'm going to put the number on this one is number 80. And friends, that will do it for our prints today, I believe. Perfect. So, here is the deal, friends. If you want another print, you've got about like 5 minutes. 5 minutes to order one more print. Otherwise, we're going to call it quits here. But they'll give me enough time to talk about what's going to happen next. So I actually now have an abundance of these. And what I'm going to be doing with these is I'm going to be signing them a little generically, if you will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write, on these, I'm going to write like, yes, Pierce Shadow Temple, right? And those, if you do not, like, let's say you don't need one that's like customized and stuff and you want it sooner, you can order one of the non-customized, non-live prints and you'll get it pretty darn soon after you order it. And it will just have, yes, Pierce Shadow Temple in the edge there. And that way, you can get a lot of these for a little bit cheaper than the ones that get signed live. If you want yours signed live, however, that's no problem. It just means that you will have to wait until August 18th, which is the next one that I'm going to do by myself. With that said, we have ourselves another one coming up here where we're actually going to do another group Q&A, not terribly soon, but pretty soon nonetheless. That's going to be on Saturday, August 16th at 5 p.m. U.S. Central Time. You can catch that stream here on my YouTube channel, along with everybody else's YouTube channel, and also Streamly's YouTube channel, and all that stuff too. Yes, so you can actually we'll all be together, and you can ask questions of the whole crew there together. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll also be showing off an exclusive new print at that stream. So if you're interested in seeing a new print, you're more than welcome to tune in on that one. All I can tell you is that it is a summer surprise. And it's going to have a whole bunch of us friends on it all at once. So I hope you'll tune in for that one. I think you guys will enjoy it if you tune in. Let's see here. I think that pretty much does it otherwise for me. This is my last stream I'm going to be doing on YouTube, I think, for the rest of July. But I will be over on Twitch every night from now through Friday. And a little bit in the afternoon tomorrow. Again, I'm going to be playing some Peak with my friends, my F-Crew friends, tomorrow at 5 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. So I hope you guys will tune in for that. And again, go hit that follow button over on the Twitch channel. Just as a reminder, though, the Twitch channel is kind of an AFMAL free zone. I know that's a little weird because I'm playing with AFMAL friends, but it's one of those things where it's like I'm going to be like, if you ask me to do the Minor Demons Pierce voice here, yes. If you ask me to do the Minor Demons Pierce voice over on Twitch, $5 is genuinely what I'll ask you to do. So you can do it over on Twitch, but it's going to cost you a little extra. But yeah, if that makes sense. But we're going to be playing, we're playing a whole bunch of games on Twitch this week. It's going to be super fun. And then when I come back from, I'm going on a family vacation with Marissa's family next week. When I come back from that, I will do more streams here on YouTube. But it is going to be, other things. As like the price for a Twitch sub. It is a price of a Twitch sub. It's also actually what but I actually don't collect the money myself. I actually asked for $5. I mean, you can give me $5 if you want, but I actively ask for people to donate $5 to the Transgender Law Center. Or we also, I think I have a campaign going for Doctors Without Borders. So one of those two charities for $5, pretty good. I do say so myself. All right, that will do it here, friends. People are asking, when is the stream going to end? Now. But thank you so much. How much would it be to get a non-custom print? It is the lower of the two prices that are currently on the page right now. You'll see that there are like two prices there. It is the lower of the two for each of those that you'll be able to get it. I think it's like, $36 or something like that. I can't, unfortunately, get the price any lower than that, friends. The trick is it costs quite a bit to get these sent to me, have me sign them, send them back to Streamly, and then Streamly send them out to you. It's a couple of steps out there. So there's a little bit of overhead with that. Otherwise, yeah, I try to keep them under $50. That is my guarantee to you is unless the U.S. economy completely collapses, you will not have to buy one of my own prints for more than $50. if that helps. All right. Yeah. Thanks again, friends. Thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe here on the channel if you haven't, please. I would very much appreciate that. And hope to see you over on Twitch tonight. But otherwise, have yourself a good one, friends. Bye. I still have to physically walk over here, so I literally have to leave. Bye.